were your first impressions of the two new guys today?
I was obviously very impressed. I mean, a guy like Malcolm, I mean, he brings so much, just stability and poise, and he's just a grown-up, you know. He's played a long time, played some important basketball. He just brings a calmness to you. So just what I thought, because I know him. But and then Rob, I mean, shoot, man, he's just a big, active, high motor athlete, man, who impacts the rim on both sides of the floor, man. He did both of them today, you know, when we played and stuff. So it was fun, man. It was exciting seeing him out there.
You said something the other day about you already have some sort of a relationship with Malcolm, and you actually know him. How did you guys first meet? How far back is that?
Yeah, a friend of mine who works in the front office in Milwaukee when they first got Malcolm. Wanted me to just kind of talk to him, and we kind of talked a lot, you know, about just situations and the game and the mental aspect of it. And then we spent some time last summer, not this summer, the past summer, we did Basketball Without Borders together in Egypt. And we spent time there. I worked them out a couple times while we were there, just talking through some stuff. So we've been knowing each other for a little while.
There's so many good reasons to pick from, but what brings the Blazers to Santa Barbara?
Man, just take a walk outside. You can answer that question. I mean, we live in a beautiful city, obviously, in Portland, but we don't see this type of sunshine all the time and get to see this water. And I'm a big, proponent of taking camp away from the norm. And we had such an amazing time last year. I said, well, let's see if we can run it back.
So what's your favorite aspect of either campus or just the Santa Barbara area in general?
I like the golf.
Yeah, good choice.
So it's no coincidence that we stand right next to the Sandpiper.
Chauncey, have you thought a lot about how you might integrate both Malcolm and Rob into the units? Obviously, I think you're probably working through the entire roster right now. I'm curious if those two guys specifically, if you've had a chance to kind of think a little deeper about that.
Yeah, I mean, those type of things you think about as soon as the trade happens, you know. And the biggest thing about both of them are you'll know more the more you see them play together, you know. We could sit here and say, yeah, this guy can play with that guy, and they're going to be great together and this and that, and we can get them out here, and that not be the case. So a lot of these decisions and a lot of these things, they play out on their own, you know. You scrimmage and you go through stuff and see who's connected with who and who has energy and chemistry with who. But I can't tell you that, you know, until it happens, until they go through it.
Have you talked to them at all about the aspect of going from a contender to a rebuilding team and sort of how they do that?
I have, of course I have. All of them. D.A., Malcolm, you know, Rob, all of them. I mean, it's an important conversation, you know, because it's totally different, you know. And they all, you know, seem to be on board with just having a great opportunity and having a fresh start and, you know, being a part of what we're doing. You know, they love the opportunity that we have. So, of course, I've definitely had those conversations.
Did you have that happen with you? I can't remember.
Nah, when I got traded to Denver, they were a playoff team, you know, and stuff. They just hadn't been out of the first round. And then when I went, you know, pretty much got taken off amnesty by the Clippers, they weren't in the playoffs yet either, but they had a lot of, Blake was young, Chris had came along with the day after me in the trade, so we turned it around pretty quickly. But I just think it's crazy that, you know, you can have one, talk about the athleticism of our fives, but I mean, these guys are 25 years old and both of them have played in the NBA Finals, man. It's incredible, you know. So just the experience that they have, that they can bring to our team, man, it's going to mean a ton.
The other rookies besides Scoot, Ryan, Chris, and Kamara, how have they looked so far?
Good, man. You know, I've been very impressed with Tumani. You know, he's just a basketball player, man. You know, he's in the right places. Without talking to him, the very first scrimmage yesterday, he was picking up Ant full court. He just got a good feel about him, you know, and a toughness about him that I was pretty impressed with, you know. I think Roops, man, he's made he's learned a lot in about 3 months, you know. He's gonna come a long way pretty quickly, so I've been happy with him as well.
How's Matisse look?
Oh man, Matisse has looked so good, man. I mean, he's just a wizard out there, man. He's all over the place. I'm telling you, you can barely even complete a pass around this dude. He's getting deflection, steal. He's knocking it out of bounds. I'm like, this dude is just he's an artist, man. You know, so he's looked really good, man. Great shape.
And that's something you guys need. And there's a lot of talk about the whole small forward position. People want to see young players play, but you want guys out there who know how to play NBA defense at a veteran high level, right?
Yeah, you need it, man. You need it, especially now having, you know, with the athleticism that we have at the 5 and being able to protect the rim, and you want guys that can pressure, you know, and speed guys up, you know, on the floor. So that's how we want to play on both sides of the floor. So he can kind of speed you up, and he's all over the place. And before you know it, you're right there taking a shot on the big guys, you know. So Matisse is so good that way.
The thought of Matisse, Grant, Robert, Ayton in a defensive situation, does that get you pretty giddy?
Oh man, that sounds so much fun, you know. Just to be able to have that type of size and athleticism on the floor, you know, and speed. And I tell my guys all the time, I mean, being young and fast and athletic is not on one side of the floor. You know, everybody want to talk about his lobs and this and that. No, it works on the other side too. You know, so it's exciting.